All right, we're going to talk sleeping bag here. So this is one of the more costly items that you are likely going to be renting, and that is because to me, this is kind of like a life or death thing. Okay, the last thing you want is a cheap sleeping bag that is going to give you the cold jitters at night, and God forbid you get in a really bad storm and you can't get out. You don't want to have a cheap bag. So the stuff that's going to be $100 or $150, whatever the case is, better off renting a really, really good product and seeing for yourself how this is. Now, this bag is going to come in this giant pillowcase looking thing. And you're like, how am I going to pack that thing in my backpack? You're not, okay? It's going to also have a small compression bag. The reason that I'm sending you it like this is because this is keeping the loft of the bag, okay? Now this is really important for you to understand. This is going to be packed in your bag, kind of loose like this, and you're going to have other items in there. The reason that I'm doing that is because if I roll this into this compression bag and stuff it, after about 3 days, literally about 72 hours, the feathers and the loftiness in this thing will be damaged. Okay, and then it starts clumping and it does not keep the weight that it's supposed to. So I'm kind of doing this for two reasons: insurance for you and insurance for me. Because if this is something that you're gonna pack in your bag and you don't use for a week and you send it back and it's all clumpy, you basically just damage the goods. So you need to be really aware that you need to take care of these items, whether you purchase this or you're renting it. I expect this thing to be in good condition when I get it back. That is a number one thing. Now, this bag is about $500. It's worth about $1,000 because this is a direct-to-consumer bag, and the loftiness of this thing is unreal. I mean, the level, this bag in particular, I believe is a -15 degree. You're going to be sweltering in it if it's 30 or 40 degrees out. So that's a really, really good thing, and that's the comfort and what I was talking about when I'm saying life or death. You want a really good product. Now, before you go on your hunt, you are going to take this thing out, okay, and you're going to say, wow, how can I fit this big old bag in this little thing? Trust me, the ability of down to compress is amazing. You're going to literally stuff this giant thing in this little sack, as you will see here, okay, because the big part with down is you're seeing a lot of the loft. You're seeing a lot of those feathers, and that loft has air in it, and that air gets trapped, and that's what gives you that warmth, unlike synthetic fibers that don't have that same loftiness, and then they also weigh more, and they also don't compress as much. So that is why you are paying top dollar for a product here, because it is able to compress, and it is also ultra light. So you can see we're at least halfway, if not more, in this bag. And we're going to continue to stuff it. And now I think you can see why these fibers would get damaged if you keep them in here for 72 hours or more. Okay, so we're going to continue doing this. You can see here. Okay, so we got this whole bag in here. Now this is a waterproof cinch bag, so you're going to get this thing down as much as possible, and you basically want to get as much air out of this as you possibly can. And then you're going to cinch this together, and you're going to continue doing that so you can get that air out through this hole. And it's not like a particular hole, you're basically just making this hole. And then once you get that, you want to be able to roll top this item. Okay, and you roll top it, you're going to snap this, and here's your bag now. So this is going to go in the bottom of your backpack. That is because it's going to take up the bottom piece, it's stable, it's light, and now you have it compressed so you don't have this huge item all over the place. Another way of doing this is you don't have to put it in this bag. You essentially just stuff it in your backpack, and you just put all the other items in your backpack with it. And this thing's going to just kind of meander and figure itself out in your backpack. And that's basically what you would be doing day in and day out if you're moving camp. If you're not moving camp, basically setting your bag in there, and then you're going to have to compress it one more time, whatever the case is, and you go from there. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. This is a killer product. Super excited for you to use it. And yeah, just know exactly what you're expecting out of getting a goodie like this.